Very good evening, everyone, and happy Thursday. Yeah, I want to say happy Thursday. Thank you again so much for taking this time to join our Macquarie University Asian Webinar Training and Update. We have here Mr. Rizky. He's a country manager for Southeast Asia, overseeing and looking after Indonesia, Malaysia, and Singapore region. And yep, and if you guys have any other questions, please feel free to drop down the Q&A box down below. All right, Mr. Rizky, over to you. Thank you again so much.
All right, thank you so much, Timothy. So, hello everyone. I think Timothy has introduced me previously, so I would like to say hello and thank you for everyone joining the Zoom call session. I know that it's already 4 p.m., but I'll promise that I'll make my slide very brief, very simple, but not so boring. And as previously mentioned, if you have any question, please feel free to drop your question on the chat box, or after my presentation, you can just unmute your microphone. So it's very nice and very good also to connect with you all here. I'm from Macquarie University. I would like to give some briefings or updates lah about Macquarie University. Hang on, let me share my screen. Okay. So I would like to start with Macquarie University in a nutshell. So a lot of students or parents asking whether Macquarie University is a public or private university. I'm happy to confirm that Macquarie University is a public university. We are a comprehensive university. We offer many level of education starting from foundation and college. So foundation college runs by Macquarie University. We're not coordinating with a third party. And we also deliver our bachelor of honors, master by coursework, master by research, and also PhD program. Okay, and I'm not sure if you have been to Sydney, but I would like to give you a little bit information about Sydney. Sydney still is a largest state of economy across all of the city or states in Australia, and it is still top 5 safest cities in the world, still voted as a top 6 best student cities and most livable cities in the world. I think in a nutshell, a lot of Malaysian students also like to go to Sydney. And probably when you promote a university based in Sydney, the bottleneck would be the living expenses very expensive. But then later I will show you how study in Sydney can be as affordable, and I'm trying to debunk all the very high, expensive living expenses to study in Sydney in my next slides. So Sydney itself as a city is a very vibrant. You don't really, I mean, there are actually plenty of it, like a lot of international students studying in Sydney, like more than like thousand of students. And we have Malaysian community as well in Sydney, not just in Sydney, but in also Macquarie University. And then I think the weather also is not really difficult for us to adjust because it is more or less the same with the tropical country. If it's winter, it doesn't snow. So the lowest it can go is around 7 degrees Celsius. And Macquarie University, we are located in Sydney, but we're not at the city center. As you see on your screen, let me just draw some pen. So Macquarie University is actually located in this area. Looking at the map, it's not actually that far from the city center. It takes probably only 18 to 20 minutes from city center to Macquarie University. It's like from KL to PJ or Sunway. But it's not that far, to be honest. And actually, there are two benefits of students studying at Macquarie University. First, I think you can promote that many of accommodations inside or outside Macquarie University are much more affordable compared to the city center. And then I think the second one would be the safety itself. So Macquarie University is situated in residential areas. So we're just like Sunway University or Monash University in Malaysia. So we are in the middle of residential areas, very good environment for students studying lah. Not so many entertainments, or I mean like the students when they study with us, they can just focus with their study, but still we have our own CBD areas. As you see on the screen, across our Macquarie University area, we have more than 300 leading companies. So the New South Wales government, they wanted to create one of the Australia's largest high tech precinct, and it's located in Macquarie University campus. And across the companies that I just mentioned, here are the companies that have their own dedicated offices inside and surround Macquarie University areas. It can be divided into 4 categories, as you can see. And these companies, they're just not there but they also collaborate with Macquarie University because Macquarie University is so-called as a university of collaboration. And sometimes they also do come to our campus to give guest lecture, recruit students, attend our job fairs because we also have job fairs twice a year inside the campus. And I would like to share some video with you just to glimpse about how it's like to study in Macquarie University, what's the campus like. I hope the audio works. Let's just try. Okay, it's not changing the slide. Let me just. Sorry, can you see the video? Oh,
Macquarie is a campus built for collaboration, bringing together the best of academia, industry and practical support to help nurture and empower every student to reach their potential. Thanks to significant investment, we're home to state-of-the-art teaching facilities like the Cybersecurity Hub, Finance Decision Lab and Digital Newsroom. There's also a student-friendly university metro station, campus sports fields, an extensive range of study spaces. And with over 300 innovative businesses headquartered in the precinct, students can connect with potential employers while undertaking internships and various study projects. Because at Macquarie, we know that student success is directly related to their wellbeing and experience on campus.
okay, so that's pretty much about our campus. I have the longest video, but if you, if you want to watch it, I can share the link for you as well. But in a snapshot, this is Macquarie University campus. So we are very big, very open, very greenery as well. We have a lot of greeneries, and a lot of our facilities are actually built inside one area, so the student doesn't really have to commute to any other places. So this is our main campus, and I think when the student study with us, they just feel the unique experience because our campus is just like a university, so it's not like some sort of like working space or yeah or in a sense at Macquarie University we have a very proper campus life for the students. And if any of your clients wanted to visit Macquarie University, you can kindly request to Yes Education team, and team from Yes Education will also arrange the campus tour with me as well. So if you have any students who'd like to visit our campus, please do let us know. And then just to give you more detail about our facilities at Macquarie University, we have 4 on-campus accommodation. We have many food outlets also inside our campus. So we also have our brand new school law building, very, very famous school law building. And we are actually the first Australian university that have a fully integrated health precinct or hospital located inside the campus. So this hospital is for the students who would like to do some placement if they take any medicine programs. And this hospital is actually open for public as well. So, if there is any like parents wanted to do medical checkup and so on, they can actually do it in our hospital. Library. A lot of Australian university has amazing libraries, but Macquarie University Library is very famous in Sydney because we're already using the robotic cranes that deliver books within minutes. And we just opened our science and engineering precinct building dedicated for engineering students studying with us. And this is incubator. I'm sure that most of you may be wondering what incubator does. So incubator is actually a dynamic space for students who are interested to develop their own startup company. So if you want to know more about our community inside the incubator, you can go to our website and we have all the list of the companies, like the startup companies that just develop under our incubator. So if you do your own research, if you look at the Australian Finance Review, Macquarie University also listed as a top 3 university to produce the most CEO. So I think the way we teach our students is we emphasis on collaboration, we emphasis on their entrepreneurial skills and their graduate employability as well. And also we have the arts precincts. I think this is one of the important facilities also because a lot of students, if they want to buy some necessities like essentials, toiletries, stationaries, they can just go to Macquarie Shopping Center. And one of the tips for me also, if the students want to study in Sydney and they would like to save up some money, they have to cook. And this mall has three big grocery shopping, and this mall is actually located just in front of Macquarie University area. I think it's only like 5 to 10 minutes walking distance, depending on how walk you can go from Macquarie University campus to Macquarie Shopping Center, and this mall is huge. But don't compare to the malls in Kuala Lumpur or in Petaling Jaya, but this is actually the second largest mall in Sydney, like in New South Wales. So this is actually very huge compared to Australians. And the last advancement that we have last year is actually our own metro station. So I think across Sydney or Australia, we are the university that has dedicated metro station inside our campus. Hang on, let me just show you. So I think you can all see on your screen that this is Macquarie University Station. This is the where the Opera House and Harbour Bridge are located. So if the students wants to commute to the city center, it only takes around 18 minutes to this area and no need for transit also. So very convenient. So our campus, although we're now located in CBD, we are fully integrated. Not just metro station, but train, bus, and also Uber is available. And this metro station runs every 4 minutes, so it's very convenient for the students or parents also if they want to commute to the CBD. And that's the facilities that I want to highlight with you all. And now let's focus on the ranking. Why why the students has to study with us. So in terms of ranking, we are actually sitting in the top 138. That makes us in the top 10 university lah. So if the group of 8, let's say they want to open up to group of 10, then Macquarie University might be on the list. And that's the ranking of the universities, but we have so many rankings by subject also, let's say in the top 100, even top 50, even like top 250 in the world also. And I'm not sure if you know, but in Australia, we also use KILT. KILT is the survey website filled by the students, domestic and international students. And they, according to their rates, Macquarie University is actually voted number one for our teaching quality to the UG and PG programs or students. So this is also, I think, one of the indicators that you can also promote to your students or parents. Later, if you want the slide, I can share the slide to Timothy, and maybe Timothy can disseminate a slide also lah. And if you are wondering what is the student demography at Macquarie University, so I would say Macquarie University is very healthy in our student demographic. Our international students actually only 25%. We are still in the level 1 university. And across these 25% students, we have international students coming from 150 countries. So we are very vibrant and very multicultural also. And if you want to narrow it down to Malaysian community, we even have our own Malaysian student, and we have our own dedicated Malaysian alumni network also in LinkedIn or in Facebook as well. And I also wanted to highlight the Macquarie University employability, because when the parents send their students to go overseas, right, it's a very big investment for them. And I'm happy to say that Macquarie University, we are still number 3 in Sydney for our employer outcome. And to achieve these rankings, right, in employability, we have created our initiatives, one of which is actually our practical subject that is mandatory for students to take. Doesn't matter if the student's taking psychology, business, commerce, IT, or engineering, there's always be practical subject called PACE unit. In our course structure, it's stated there, and it's mandatory also for students to take the internship program in the last semester of this study. And other than that, most of our courses are also co-created within the industry. So we have like so many changing on our course structure because we want our students to be updated like, in terms of skills that are demanded by the company. And then we have our own dedicated career and employment service team that can help your students to, let's say, do some like mock interview with Australian HR, connect with the companies also or built in their LinkedIn profile. So after completing their bachelor, they can apply for post-study working visa and explore jobs lah in Australia before going back to Malaysia or work in any other countries. And we also have exchange and study abroad also for students if they are keen to do that. And that's pretty much about our employability at Macquarie University, how we prepare our students. Now let's go to the courses that Macquarie University has. Macquarie University is actually a comprehensive university. We offer quite many of programs, but I'm not going very much detail on the programs offerings because that will be boring, but you can also definitely check on our website also. I think that I want to highlight because I think you are all based in Malaysia. I think I'm not sure if you are outside Malaysia, but this is the statistic that I took from last year. So these are the Malaysia top programs for Malaysian students. So Malaysia, in a nutshell, is a very UG program for us. We do have PG students, but predominantly Malaysian students that are coming for UG programs, probably because of the TNE partner that we have also in Malaysia. And most of the students that we go studying Bachelor of IT, Bachelor of Commerce, because we are very good in those two areas, ranking wise, employability wise, and we are also good in our Bachelor of Psychology because we are accredited by the APS. And if the students wants to pursue clinical psychology, they can also do that in Macquarie University, and our clinical psychology is listed under the MOH. Also, they can work in Singapore also as a clinical psychologist. And other than that very niche market, we also have chiropractic program. Okay, it's a very niche market, but a lot of Malaysian students studying chiropractic also with us. The rest will be just like other business commerce areas like applied finance, accounting, business analytics, teaching for those students who would like to migrate to Australia. So those are the programs that we are very popular among Malaysian students. Okay, but other than that, we have more than 12 areas of studies that students can choose from. And I think the key unique selling point about Macquarie University programs is that if the students want to pursue a master degree with us, we have the most largest range of 1 year master degree. Let's say the students already got the bachelor degree in business, they can just top up 1 year and got the master degree in business. So basically like that. And we can do double degree as well, whether bachelor or whether master program. It is a very unique program because we offer this double degree not just for UG program, but also for master. For example, our Master of Marketing can be combined with our Master of Media and Communication. 1 year Master of Marketing and 1 year Master of Media and Communication, they are combined. We will send you the one single offer and one COE as well, so that the student can also still apply for post-study working visa because the total duration of these two masters still 2 years time. Okay, and we can also do some packaging in bachelor and master. If you have any students articulating, let's say from tailors or from help, they top up their degree with us and spending around 1.5 years, and then the student is not eligible for post-study working visa, right? And then if they want to get the possibility to apply for post-study working visa, they can also package the offer with master lah. So it's better do it that way because the student visa will be processed only one time. If the students only apply for bachelor and then later they decided to apply for master, still possible, but then the student has to submit new student visa application, which creates another 2,000 Australian dollar and has to do medical checkup also. I mean, this option is also possible. I mean, it's available for your students, but it's optional. And that's, I think, the key unique selling point about our program offerings. Now, let's just go down more deep into our business school because this is our expertise. If you look at the Australian Finance Review, we are voted 3 years in a row for our career impact specifically for business graduates, which is very good. And most of our programs under business are fully recognized or widely recognized also globally, whether accounting, finance, marketing, business analytics, and so on, or actuarial studies. And if you look at the KS ranking by subject, this is also one of the indicators why student has to consider Macquarie University if they want to pursue business degrees lah. For example, our Master of Marketing is #1 in Australia, Applied Finance #1, Management #2, Business Analytics #2, and so on. And these are the alumni that you can also highlight to your students and parents. We've trained some of Australian business leading professionals and also from Asia. There are actually one Malaysian. I think this chairman and CEO from Richfield is actually from Malaysia. So these are the Asia's top business leaders graduated from Macquarie University School. And why the student has to study business with us? I already mentioned the rankings. Now the opportunity to do an internship, like the paid internship. So at Macquarie Business School, we have this program called the Industry Partnership Program. It's a paid internship. The student has to apply for this activity, and this activity will be conducted outside of their learning, outside the curriculum lah. So, but the opportunity is still there if the students wants to pursue like connect with the industry before they graduate. Even if the student doesn't want to do the industry partnership program, the student still get the exposure to the industry within the PACE unit, like the practical subject that is embedded within the curriculum. And these are our partners under the business school for doing the internship also. And I'm not sure if you have used Compare or Kill. This is also very I would say practical tools that you can use when you counsel to the students, so you can compare university. And this is actually filled out by domestic and international students also. And if especially for business school, if they rated Macquarie University quite high lah compared to any other Sydney-based university. And this is also the indicator that the students might want to consider studying business at Macquarie University also. And this is also taken from revealed data about our employability specifically for our business graduates. And for UG students, UG alumni, Macquarie University is just listed below University of Sydney. And for master alumni, master graduate, we're just still in the top three employability, specifically for business graduates. Okay, I actually have a very detailed data about this. If you feel like you need some sort of this information, you can also reach out to Timothy. Next, our flagship generalist UG degrees. We have Bachelor of Commerce. We can do double major. We also have Bachelor of Business. Students can also do double major. But one thing that I would like to highlight is that under Bachelor of Business major, we have this new major called the AI and Business and Innovation. It attracted a lot of students. Like first cohort, I think like more than 100 students studying, like taking the AI in Business and Innovation major under the Bachelor of Business program. And we also have the specialist bachelor degree. If the students, I mean, like if you have type of students that already want to focus to one single study discipline, you can promote the specialist bachelor degree like our actuarial studies, supply finance, and so on. That's about, in a nutshell, about our business programs. Now we're moving on to our Faculty of Science and Engineering. If you look at the rankings, we are actually listed in the top 4 for science and engineering, like computing also, and 48 in the world. Especially in data science and AI, we are ranked top 50 in the world. And why the student has to go to Macquarie University other than any other Australian university that offer IT? I would like to, maybe I can share that Macquarie University is actually located in the middle of like IT leading companies like this one. Like Microsoft, Optus, Philips, they have their own companies located inside the campus, and they can collaborate with us also. And we have our own dedicated cybersecurity hub that helps Australian business to tackle cyber attacks. Wi-Fi was actually co-invented at Macquarie University in the 90s with one of the IT leading companies. And we also have the research center in AI and process automation. If the students want to study AI or data science, we're actually very good in that discipline. And these are the companies that we work with under the computing programs. And you may see also, and this is our flagship program called the Bachelor of IT. And we have three types of bachelor, but this is the most popular one. Students can also do double major, basically. And if the students wants to do double major, they don't need to spend extra year and they don't need to spend extra money also. And good news, we also have our Master of IT that can accept students from non-cognitive background. So if you have students coming from business, hospitality, or nursing, maybe they would like to shift career to IT because IT is very growing and then the starting salary also higher compared to the other. They can go to our Master of IT and it has three majors also. And the last Faculty of Arts, I think I can just highlight the Communication and Media Studies because we are, let's say, in the top 8 for Communication and Media Studies. And this is our flagship program. Mostly students will go for PR and social media, but students can do double major as well. And we have the internship subject under our media and communication. Education is there. If you have any students that would like to take the Bachelor of Education, we prepare our students to become a teacher basically in New South Wales. We have plenty of school network also for students studying education. And now we're going into Faculty of Medicine and Health and Human Sciences. These are the programs that we have, but I would like just to mention a little bit about chiropractic here and also psychology. We also have a very good clinical psychology, very competitive one, and we have physiotherapy and chiropractic also. These are the programs that are very attractive to the Malaysian students. And our Bachelor of Psychology is quite different than any other Australian universities because we have this 3-year Bachelor of Psychology, and the students can actually specialize under these three majors: Applied Psychological Science, Cognitive Brain Science, and also Mental Health and Counseling. And this is already accredited by the APAC or APS, meaning that the students can top up to honors years or continue to the clinical psychology. And let's say if they study psychology with us, they can also apply to honors in any other Australian universities. And chiropractic at Macquarie University, I think one of the highlight is Macquarie University is actually the first university who promote Australia and New Zealand as well, and our chiropractic courses are already accredited also. Okay, and that's about the programs at Macquarie University. A little bit about college. As I just mentioned, our college runs by by the university, and the students will study with us, with our professor as well. We have standard foundation, intensive foundation also. We have diploma program. Essentially, diploma is just the same like any other Australian diplomas. So it's actually equivalent with the first year of bachelor degree. And that's pretty much it about the college. I think quite simple, same as other colleges in Australia. Now we're going into more technicalities. We're going to talk about entry requirements. So Macquarie University, we accept quite many education background. We accept A level, of course, IB diploma, of course, matriculasi, UEC, and also STPM. And I think the new update that we have is actually this one. Macquarie University can accept AS level students going into our diploma program. So after diploma, they can just go straight to the second year. If you look at the bigger scale, like the total duration of students studying to get the bachelor, it will be shorter for them if they're coming from AS going into our diploma. Because a lot of Australian universities, they can only accept AS level to their standard foundation, or at least intensive foundation, but we can accept diploma program also. If you have any students coming from A level or IB, they would like to pursue our July intake, we can also accept predicted grades, but the predicted grade should be 2 points higher than we require. Okay, I think that's pretty much it about our UG academic entry requirements. For PG programs, quite straightforward. This is actually the cut-off GPA lah. The 2-year master 2.5, for 1-year master is actually 2.75, and also for double degree master should be the same 2.75 also. And for English requirements, we actually can accept variety of English evidence could be from IELTS, Pearson, or TOEFL, or let's say if the student has previously studied in Australia or in any English speaking countries, you can double check with Timothy or to me as well. We may waive the IELTS requirements. And also if the students are coming from SCTPM and they already took SPM English subjects here, CEFR B2, we can waive the English requirements also. For A level, can also for IB also. If you are unsure, please double check with Timothy or you can also reach out to me. I think first check to Timothy would be wonderful because he's very great. Like he already know Macquarie University. And I think if you'd like to know more about our program, you can definitely reach out to our website, navigate through our website. It actually has a lot of information, pretty self-explanatory. The intakes are here, the tuition fee per year is here, the duration also here, the course structure, like the list of the subject is here. The career outcomes, if you're unsure, the entry requirements is there as well, and also how to apply. And let's say that if you have any students from UEC, let's say, then you can click this international qualification converter into Malaysia, and there will be a drop down list of the qualification, and you can click the UEC. Or if the students studying STTPM, then can do check also like in our website. And our intakes for bachelor and master, we have two intakes per year, which is February and July. For July intake, we're still accepting applications. And if you have any pipeline students still unsure, please also kindly promote Macquarie University programs. And for colleges, for college programs, we have quite a variety of intakes also. Now, the most important part of this session is actually scholarship. So at Macquarie University, we have this automatically granted scholarship of 10,000 Australian dollar per year. Okay, so there is no need for you to submit separate application on this one. As long as once you apply to Macquarie University and the student got admitted into any of our bachelor or master, the students will be granted 10,000 Australian dollar per year towards deduction of their tuition fee. Okay, so this is like the safety net for Malaysian students studying with us. If you have the students, let me just skip this one first. If you have the students that has a very good grades, you can apply for the top up scholarship because we have additional scholarship. The value of the scholarship actually up to 10,000. But then if the student granted the scholarship, then it can be combined with a 10K per year. Okay, and this VCIS is only once off. If you are unsure whether the students are eligible for VCIS, please do reach out to Timothy also. If the students fails to get an entry into our first bachelor degree, first year bachelor, students might consider diploma programs with us. And we also have this dedicated like automatic scholarship of 3,000 diploma. So the tuition fee in the diploma will be deducted 3,000, and once the students articulate to the second year, the 10K per year it is still available for the students. Okay. And the next one, I would like to highlight our women in management and finance for those students who pursue Master of Management, Master of Finance, but it has to be women, of course. We have higher scholarship. The amount is actually 15,000 per year, but this one cannot be combined. Okay, but because this scholarship is already high. And then if you have any sponsored students, let's say they are supported by one of the ministry from Malaysia, or they're sponsored by Patronas Scholarship or like Australian Awards, but just let Timothy knows. And then we actually have this dedicated sponsored study grant. So this study grant is actually valued at 5,000 Australian dollar. It needs an application. But once students granted this study grant, the 5,000 Australian dollar will be transferred directly to the students lah. So it's actually very attractive for sponsored students because it actually it's almost like 2 months living expenses in Sydney. Okay, that's pretty much it about scholarship. If you're unsure about our scholarship, please do reach out to Timothy as well. And our tuition fee on average is around 40,000 Australian dollar per year. And this is before the scholarship. If you deduct the scholarship, then the tuition fee is around 30,000 to 40,000 lah. I would say Macquarie University is actually the best value university in Tanzania because you spend less. If you compare to the 10, like the top 10 Australian university, our tuition fee is the most affordable one. But in terms of employability, we are still there, even in the top three still in Australia. So I think I mean, it's worth considering and worth promoting to your students also lah. And then the living cost in Sydney or in Macquarie University area, I think the minimum the students can go is 2,800 per month. That includes lodging, the entertainments, the meals, the transport, so basically everything. But remember, the students can work 40 hours per fortnight. And Macquarie University is quite supportive in giving part-time students like part-time opportunity to the students because once they become our students, we have this MQ career zone where we normally post our part-time job opportunities or full-time job opportunities for the students also. Please don't get me wrong because we don't want to get the students to be more focused on the part-time opportunities, but we also want the students to finish their study because they come with us to study, right? But then I mean like the opportunity is there, and then to expand the network while they're doing part-time opportunities is also important for the students lah. I think you can put that message to your students and parents. And just I think accommodation, we have two types: on campus and off campus. On campus we have 4 houses. Off campus we have quite many. Feel free to navigate through all the housing websites. And we have this new property, student purpose built accommodation located very nearby to Macquarie University area, 5 minutes walk only. And yeah, feel free to navigate through all the housing websites at Macquarie University or around Macquarie University. So this is our campus basically. So those 3 on-campus accommodation are actually located here, very nearby to our metro station. So metro station here, and this is the mall. This is like the second largest mall, but look at the size of the university. So it's very big. Okay, and this street, we have bus also, but normally students don't take bus. They can just walk from any other uh, entry because we don't have the gate inside our campus. So these are the main buildings where normally students will do the study. And this is the hospital also. And I think that's all about Macquarie University. Student support is there. We also have free airport pickup for the students studying at Macquarie University. We have gym. I'm sure the gym membership is actually cheaper than in Malaysia also. And we have variety of academic support as well located inside our campus. We have more than 100 student clubs at Macquarie University. And that's pretty much it about Macquarie University. I hope this information could be beneficial, could be useful for all of you. I know that this is a lot of information to take, but I would like to wrap up my session, I think, in 3 points. First, I think the scholarship, Macquarie University, we have this generous scholarship automatically granted, and we also still have the rankings and the global recognition. The second one, we can do like the second one, I would like to highlight the employability, like this internship opportunity embedded within the curriculum. And then the third one, I think our double degree or double major option we offer flexibility to our students. I think those 3. And I know that maybe you promote a lot of Australian university, not just Australia, like at any other study destination. But if you have any students wanting to study business, commerce, those areas, or IT or psychology or media and communication, those 4, I think it is worth mentioning about Macquarie University because the ranking and the quality is there. All right, I think that's all for my presentation. Now I'm opening up the floor for Q&A, and then I will let Timothy to lead the Q&A session. Thanks, everyone.
All right, thank you, Rizky. Thank you so much. Okay, any other questions? You can feel free to drop down in the Q&A box down below. Actually, Risky, I got some questions of my own because I do understand that you guys can waive English requirement on the SPM CEFR B2. But how about for UEC students, for example? Because some UEC students, they don't take SPM.
Okay, hang on, yeah. Let me just share my screen. Let me show you how to find out on our website. Oops, sorry. So let's say the students want to do Bachelor of Commerce. I hope it changes. Okay, now you can go to entry requirements.
Sorry, Risky, it only shows the first part of the screen.
Oh, okay, sorry, hang on.
Yeah, you can try and share again.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, can see now.
Okay, so this is Bachelor of Commerce entry requirements tab. This is the UA. You can actually check the UEC program under this one. This one, like this is the minimum GPA. And if you want to check the English requirements, you can choose the high school English subject. Let me see if UEC can. This one. So grade B5 in English. As long
Okay, I see.
Yeah, as long as the student has grade B5 in English, then the English subject can also be waived. Like the IELTS requirements can be waived.
Okay, all right, everyone. As you can see here for UEC students, they can waive the English requirement if they get a B5 or above, and they
Yeah.
also take in SPM also for with CEFR or B2 and above. How about SPM? SPM at grade C at 1119. Sorry, because we no longer take triple one
Yeah,
nine
correct.
CEFR. Yeah.
It's still so we've moved to the CEFR B2, the minimum.
Okay, sure, no problem.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, great. No issue with that. Yep, all right. And any other questions? Any curiosity or anything you want to know more about the program? Risky, what would you say, like, because I think I understand, I do understand that some diploma students would be eligible to apply for credit exemption for about 1.5 year. What would you say are these popular diploma programs from which college usually?
You mean in Malaysia?
Right, yeah, in Malaysia or yeah.
Diploma one, I would say from those I think from HELP and from Taylor's University. But other than diploma programs, we also take credit transfer. So the students spend 1.5 years or 2 years at HELP or Taylor's University, they can articulate or credit transfer to Macquarie University. So in Malaysia, we currently have three partner institution, Help, Taylor's, and also IMU University for the chiropractor. But feel free if you have any interest for the students coming from this like from other institution in Malaysia, like let's say from Sunway or from Monash University Malaysia, we can also take that credit transfer application from non-partner university.
Right, sure, no issue. Because but let's say the non-partner from Taylor's or from let's say from Taylor's or from Help, they can apply for the partner scholarship, right?
Correct. We have this partner scholarship. The value is actually 15,000 Australian dollar per year. And this scholarship is only dedicated for those students who are from our partner institution. And this scholarship needs an application also. So once the
Got it.
student receive a full offer, they can apply for our Asian partner scholarship.
Okay, sure, no problem. All right, everyone. I think we've got time for one more question. Anyone? Any curiosity or anything going on?
I think everyone is very quiet.
Yeah, I think everyone. Yeah, I think everyone's quite.
Already 5 p.m. almost.
Yeah, yeah, but I think it's also very I think it's also quite a very clear presentation for sure, very direct, which I think I personally like direct ones. Yeah.
Mhm.
So all right, thank you again so much, Risky. Thank you so much for the presentation, and thank you everyone for taking the time to join in. If you have any questions, please feel free to let us know. I will share out the presentation slides as soon as possible. Have a good day ahead. Thank you again so much.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.